of interest, I'd like to bring up the gym. And I don't think I've ever been in a gym that's on the third floor.
Oh,
So the reason behind that, as
This
well
one.
as the meeting of ADA requirements in the building. For that
this
third-
is the
you know,
only,
you got a lot of
this
people
is
going
the
up.
only third floor area right here.
Okay, so the gym,
We'll show you that, the third.
okay,
The-
okay, then I misread that.
Wendy, that, is an area that I consider that a freebie area for
Okay.
storage. Upstairs in that third floor, the ceilings are high, and so it made good sense. We did first on Robbins School. We asked them when they did that gym to put us an area up above her floor. So she has a gym with 2 floors in
So
an
the gym
elementary.
is on the floor, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I was looking at it, I was going third floor, that's how I read was,
Yeah,
this is
yeah, that's
the
right,
third
that's right.
floor. And I'm going,
You know,
2 elevators on the
All right.
same.
You have to go see it, and you'll understand.
That's a good
Okay,
point.
a lot of elevators going up.
Swimming pool.
We do have an elevator that goes up there though.
Okay.
We ran an elevator all the way up.
ADA thing for the third floor or second
Well,
floor.
we ran that for
whatever.
the athletic
Storage.
director, said I needed this. The whole third floor has 3 full box cars of size for storage. And we're gonna chain link that whole area, and then there's an
Nice.
office up there. You'll see there, it has stairwells, but I did run the elevator all the way for athletic purposes to bring it in there.
Right.
That's an area that we found in Robbins School in her gym. It is an area that the ceilings are already high. Why wouldn't you use them and it's extended a little more for storage? So she has the entire width of her gym, and so when we did it, that was my first one. When we did the new rebuild, I did it again. Said, makes
That's that
sense.
storage area then.
Storage
Yeah,
area, there's an
that makes
athletic
sense.
director's office up there so that he can see everywhere. But it's strictly for storage purposes, and I say free storage, it wasn't exactly free, but if you bought 3 boxcars worth of area there, you're gonna have, or if I put that downstairs somewhere, what would my net usable square footage do? Drop.
Right.
So that was a
It's not
huge
students.
plus for us.
Yeah.
Timing wise today, Robin needs to get out of here. Does anyone need to leave right at noon today?
I'm gonna call my work and see, I had someone covering for me. at
Okay,
my-
anyone else in trouble for time?
Little bit. I got a sick son. I gotta get
Okay,
to the doctor.
we'll push through, and any of you that are needing to leave,
Okay.
take your stuff, or you can leave it here and then pick it up. We'll start and walk through. It takes us, and we're running a little bit slow, it takes us about an hour to get through the building thoroughly, so if you need to leave at noon, Robin's been through it, just feel like, because we're gonna kind of be instructional as we go along and keep Andy with us. That's the greenhouse with science. We have actually 2 greenhouses. Science has their own, vocational has a huge one in there, so that's unheard of normally, that sciences have their own. And then all the windows you can see are mirror windows where the sun glass bounces back off of those for energy purposes. And we're facing north here, so the building is, and that makes an area, difference on how the sun goes over you as well. This is the gym side. That deck is one of the 3 gym floors that are in there up on top, and then we're down underneath our locker rooms under each side. We use the idea of Valley View, just expanding where they have 1 deck, we put another deck on there, so we have 3 floors versus 2, and Valley View added another of their own standalone. And you can look at the pro and cons of that. They put $1 million into a standalone, whereas for $500,000 we had a deck with as much square footage. So you weigh cost factors and say good, bad, or indifferent. That's what transpires. There's the vocational building that sits by itself on the side, and that area is the boneyard that I had them close in. Most boneyards are, the areas that you put stuff that they don't want to use. I closed it in because I think aesthetically it looks better, but that's another expense, putting that additional block in there, enclosing that rather than just chain linking like you see most of those occur. Then you can see the lights we have. All the parking lots have nice lights that are controlled electronically, and then every field has their own lights. So we have field lights that we're at alternates on baseball, softball, soccer, football, and all the parking as we go through. We're going to go in now to the back of the gym. So what we have out here in front is good access for players that they can get in here. The weight room has outside access, and then right inside to allow them entry in and out. This where we're going, Matt? This door?
Bright enough for me.
So here's the area of economy of scale. Narrow hallways back here because we don't need it. Wider hallways here because you're going to have teams come into the back of the area. Dressing rooms. A lot of schools, Valley View has 2 small dressing rooms for referees. Caldwell do too. Well, I looked at those and said, you know, why not make those more than referee rooms? So these rooms right here are for faculty as well as referees, one here and one here. They're large enough that we have a staff aerobics room here that the staff use called a cardio room, and it has a regular sized classroom with treadmills, climber, anything that you'd need. You'd go to a fitness center because we want to be giving the entire faculty an opportunity not to have to go to the Y in the mornings or wherever they are. There'll be a punch pad on there to where if they come in at 4 a.m. and the building's open for cleaning, which it should be, they can go directly and they can dress in here, shower in here as well, one female, one male, and go right in there and use that room. Or we have a running path that goes entirely around the gym. They can go up there and run on a rubberized path as well. Back in this area though, the hallways are narrower again for a purpose. We'll walk through this way and then go into the gym. We upgraded the weight room size, and so this weight room is huge.
Can I ask you a question? So only your people that teach at this school will be able to access that nice little setup?
No.
Everybody, everyone's in the business?
All 416 faculty members will be able, if they want to come in here in the morning, that's why we put a lunch pad on there. As long as the building's open, we won't issue keys to get in.
That's a great room.
This room was designed for a college weight room. Most high schools, this is 2,600 square feet, our existing one's 850. I put frosted windows on the outside, open windows for security's sake here, and then all new weight equipment. The old one stays over there for middle school, so that one stays intact. We raise the ceilings up. One of the things we do for safety is we put one of these in every space that we have so that we require supervision. If they're here with kids, we don't mind if they're in there working on something, but they're going to be in this facility when the kids are. Same thing with the training room next door. Accessed outside, so ball teams are lifting, football players, they go right outside and away they go. And size-wise, I let them determine that. To me, I thought it was maybe too big, but on the same token, they said, you know, we got X amount of football players, we got this much, they laid it all out in the equipment, and so they justified this amount of size. This is the training room, and outside access again. We got it made for a trainer. We don't have a trainer now, but we could have a trainer, and so that's where their whirlpool will be, their taping stations. They have storage in there, and outside access again. This is the elevator that we ran up to the 3rd floor, and the reason we did that is that, you know, if you have storage up there, our athletic director said to us, how am I going to get to that? Well, he had a good point. You wouldn't get to it unless you had the elevator. So it goes 3 stories up, and if not, they use it on the 2nd floor for the patrons. This corridor again was narrowed down, and it was narrowed down again because of flow. So again, you're thinking of net to gross and efficiency of space. A little wider here, but narrower there. And we have the wrestling room that's here. It holds 2 regular mats. Then we have 4 sets of locker rooms, 2 under each side and 2 on that side. That separates them for state tournament purposes. You can see all the wiring trays throughout. We made those to where sometimes they pour those in the floor and under the concrete. And we ran those so that they're exposed, that you got access to them. And even the dressing rooms have technology to where they can run their video, their computers, or whatever they want. We'll go upstairs and show you how, since you mentioned, Wendy, about the 3rd floor.
Yeah.
Now, any questions you have, holler.